G'day there, mate. My name is Mr. Magilla-cutti, and welcome back once again to my channel. Today I'm going to be continuing the story of Dark Chronicles. So in our previous episode, we saw some events happen with Monica, the young princess, and afterwards we saw some events happen with Maximilian getting chased by Zai as he went to go to the circus to enjoy himself. But however, saw something he did not foresee, so now the ringmaster, Watson, is after him, and that red stone around his neck. Hanging from around his neck, sorry. So now, we are going to go through the underground water channel to make our way to the outside world. And today, we're going to continue down there and explore a bit more. Anyway, enough of my rambling, let's get started. So loading. There we go. I also want to apologize if I sound a bit long-winded when I'm doing these opening intros, but it's how I am. Okay, battle with rats. Time limit. Defeat monsters within 2 minutes 40 seconds. And attack and defeat all enemies using only items, so I can't do that yet. I'm going to do the challenges the best I can, but I won't be able to promise anything, guys. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I was going to explain a bit more with weapons and all that. Sorry, jumping ahead. Okay, so from the main menu screen, if you go to the help option, you can basically bring up everything you need to know about playing in the game, whether it be menu controls, battles, and all that stuff. Alrighty, so let's quickly go over the weapons here.
If you defeat an enemy with a weapon, then their magic power will tumble out of them in the form of tiny blue grains. If you pick these up, then the weapon which delivered the final blow will absorb the magic from them. The parameter which shows how much a weapon has absorbed is the Magic Absorb Status, or ABS. The blue bar at the side of the weapon's icon represents its current ABS. If the ABS bar fills up, then the weapon goes up a level and its stats improve. This is called weapon growth. Weapons also have a stat called WHP, which displays the weapon's durability. This is the orange bar at the side of a weapon's icon. If this falls to 0, then the weapon breaks, and its attacks will no longer affect enemies. You can return a broken weapon to normal by repairing it, using repair powder. However, if a weapon gets broken, then its ABS will decrease slightly. So, if possible, it's better to fix a weapon before it breaks completely. What's more, some weapons need items other than repair powder to fix them. For instance, guns need gun repair powder and armbands need armband repair powder. So to fix the gun I got from Donnie, I don't need repair powder, but gun repair powder.
Okay, nice bit of information there about the basics of weapon. It's better explained than what I could do. Okay, now for synthesis here.
An effective way to make a weapon stronger is to combine an item with it. If you move the cursor to a weapon on the item menu and press the X button, the weapon menu opens. Select status and information on the weapon is displayed. The synthesis points at the bottom of the status window display what kind of items this weapon can be combined with. As a weapon gains levels, its number of synthesis points increases. If you place the cursor over the item you want to combine next and press the X button, the commands for that item appear. Items which display the command Spectrumize can be combined with a weapon. Selecting Spectrumize breaks down the item and creates a synth sphere that contains the properties of that item. By taking the synth sphere, placing it over the weapon with which you wish to combine, and pressing the X button, you can add the powers within it to those of the weapon. When you find a new, stronger weapon, you can use Spectrumize on your old weapon and then add its abilities to the new one. This is the key to making even stronger weapons faster. However, when turned into a synth sphere, a weapon's stats decrease somewhat. So, without a weapon with high stats to combine it with, the weapon could start out weaker than before. What's more, if you Spectrumize with a weapon that is less than +5, it will become an unstable synth sphere and will hardly alter any stats when combined. Better be careful of that.
Okay, so we saw how they increase the attributes of many weapons, also spectrumizing, which is a bit similar to the first game, but different in other aspects as well. Because in the first one, you need a certain attachment to put into a weapon, but however in this game, you can break down a lot of items in order to turn them into synth spheres, which is actually pretty good. But again, some items serve as better synth spheres than others would. For example, a fire crystal will serve much better than breaking down a bit of bread, since it will give it more points. So keep that in mind. Parameters.
Weapons have various attributes. You can check them by pressing the X button over a weapon and then selecting Status. The weapon's stats are shown as 10 attributes. Once each attribute goes over a set level, it is possible to evolve the weapon to a stronger one. Each weapon has a maximum limit to each attribute, so making stronger weapons is tough if you don't use Build Up to advance to a new weapon. Also, in addition to the 10 attributes, weapons can sometimes have other special abilities. The finer points of this are still a little unclear, so let's go over it more closely.
Okay, didn't really listen that much, sorry. I was looking at other stuff. Okay, finally using weapons building up.
As you raise each weapon and certain conditions are met, it can advance to the next weapon rank. This is called Weapon Build-Up. If you build a weapon up, not only does its appearance change, but the limit on its parameters also increases, making it possible to aim for even higher stats. If you select the Build Up command and then click on the question marks under Next Weapon, you can find out exactly which stats need to be improved in order to build up your weapon. Use this information to help you plan how best to raise up each weapon.
So we got building up weapons, which I'm pretty sure most of you are aware of from the first game. So anyway, let's get down to it, shall we? Oh, he took off in a huff. sorry for the poor joke. Yep, I was right. There are some items inside crates, so be on the lookout for them. Okay, the gun level up. Oh, come off it. Okay, we've got some 2 bits of repair powder. Very nice. Very nice. Wing crystals. Oh, I probably should heal too. Sorry, I forgot I was doing that challenge in the last episode where I had to slay the place without healing. Also, on a side note, once I finish this floor here, I'll be going back out to check in with her because I got a list in front of me about the miracle chest. It's a bit better than what it was with the one in Dark Cloud. Because with this one, it actually tells me, what's the script? Now coming in later on, tells me when a miracle chest will spawn and in what location. So that will definitely be handy. Okay, down this way, like this way. Bat. My mortal enemy from the first game. It was more in the early episodes when I couldn't really get them properly. Alright, so let's look see. Some thread. Oop. A bundle of hay. That's some more materials we can use for dioramas. Again, I will be going over dioramas in a lot more detail once we actually get access to it. Sorry, that was my computer saying there's low battery. Okay, we got a hunk of copper. Now, at later times you may want to come back to this place with farmful materials. And map, which I will be doing myself actually, because goodness knows I'm going to be needing a lot of materials, especially when I don't want to be spending too much money on it. As we know all about the magic crystal, thank you. That was my Discord. Sorry guys. Alrighty, down this way. There we go. One crystal. Next, we've got the channel key. Okay, now these are much like in the first game. These are used on certain doors that we need. Otherwise, we won't break open them. Unlike the gate key, we can't use that to get to the next floor. However, the channel key here will actually open the doors here in order to get into the next room. Might have to start checking up on these weapons. Yeah, throwing these crates into enemies will actually stun them. Forgot about that. Okay, that's all of them.
Alright, that takes care of you guys.
Yes, we know about the yellow points here. I'll do the rest of this. And we've got some more scrap metal. Right, I'm just going to quickly repair my stuff. And this, I'll look into it in a bit of a moment, guys, so bear with me. Alright, so let's head to the exit and actually not go to the next floor yet, because like I said, there's a miracle chest we can actually get our hands on. Now, in Palm Springs, there's actually only 3 miracle chests due to the lack of the diorama in the first town here. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. This is what I get for looking at my computer screen and playing with one hand. Okay, so here we are. Here we are. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Where are you? Yeah. Oh yeah, and one more thing. A bit of advice. While you can use materials to upgrade your weapon better, I recommend not doing that. Okay, because you're going to be needing that stuff for diorama, so if you don't have a crystal you need, I just recommend waiting it out. It will be worth it, I assure you. Unless you don't mind spending like a lot of money to get those materials. Ah, here it is. Fruit of Eden. Now, if you guys remember from the first game, a Fruit of Eden will actually boost your health. Now, however, there are some of these missing from the game, well, they were implemented into the game, since some characters, since Max has a certain max level. Okay, now. Now, sadly, we can't go outside yet, so we have to go to Donnie here to do some shopping. Wow, the gun repair powder costs a lot more than the regular stuff. Good gracious. And yeah, there's also big chests in the game as well, where you have to guess the... What did I... Yeah. We have to guess what the trap is, we'll use a key on it. I'm not sure how much more kinda this is than the previous game, but... Well, we'll find out sooner or later. Righty, into the next point. Ghost in the channel. Time limit 3 minutes, and attack and defeat all enemies using only Max's right hand weapon. Right hand. I think that's only his wrench. I'll have to double check.
The underground channel ran on ahead in front of me. And as I pressed on, heading deeper, for some reason, thoughts of you, Mother, filled my head. I don't remember your face now, Mother, even though I must have seen it so often when I was small.
So yeah, Max only wants to find out more about his mother.
Max, can you hear me? Max! How's it going? Made any progress?
Yeah, looks like I made it to the next floor.
The further in you go, the stronger the monsters are. Watch out!
I will.
To defeat the stronger monsters, you'll need to strengthen your weapons. If you don't take care of your weapons, you'll run into trouble on the next floor.
Yeah.
If you want to know more about combat, give me a buzz. I'll help you out whenever you want. Select Help from the main menu and choose what you want to know about from the list. You're a great fighter, so you'll pick up on it in no time.
Yeah, I'll do my best.
Okay, be careful.
Okay, Ghost in the Channel, the floor episode. Alright, we've got a sea driving crystal. Yeah, I was gonna look up to see what weapons, what statues will do. So I'm going to try and build my battle wrench into a true battle wrench. To do that, I need 13 attack. And that's it, really. Where is it at now? Oh, so it's just one more level up. Okay, so save all those synth. Now, those synth points will actually carry over to the next weapon, so you don't need to worry about it all that when you rank it up. Now, for the classic gun here, just give me a sec. It can build up into... Oh, come on, stand still. The trumpet gun. Yeah, a bit of an odd name for a weapon. Now, to get it to that, you need to have 14 attack and 11 wind, and that's it. So we've got a few wind crystals here, so 3, 6, 9. There we go. Now, as you see here, since I used 4 of them, it will cost 4 synth points to use it. So don't go too crazy when trying to attach it to weapons, okay? Now, as for attack here, I think it increases as it levels up. Righty, enough of my rambling. Let's go deep into the channel, shall we? Ooh, okay, another thing I should warn you about. If you're trying to get items from the crates here, don't throw them into the water. Otherwise you won't be able to pick them up. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Right hand weapon is. Yeah, the wrench. Okay, so we're going to be using the wrench here. Oh, it's good, gumdrops. Cat powder. Nice. Okay, so we got a unknown bone. I was gonna quickly look at this thing over here first. Ah, my bad. I thought there was dark floors in this place, but I guess I was wrong again. As we know, all melt down. A bomb up. That's actually a throwable item there. Lightning crystal. And another sea dragon crystal. I think we can actually upgrade the weapon now. Oh yeah, if you see the... Yeah, here we go. If you see those arrow up, pointing up icon there, that means we can actually build up the weapon here. Yeah, as in the previous game, the stats that line up means you need more of those stats before you can actually build up a weapon. So, here we go. And we got a true battle wrench. Jesus, that thing looks dangerous. So we got one thing here. We need Beast and Smash. I'm not sure where you get Smash from. I'll find out later on. Yeah, that's not gonna itchy bit. Okay, here we go. We'll go exploring this way first. Oh, of course, we have to hit these bats. Bats. Gotcha. stand still. Things I do for challenges. Personally, I just think it's better to get the easier ones out of the way first and move on to the hard ones at a later date, you know? Oh, we got a turtle. First time we've seen an enemy like this. Yeah, the bats are much easier to take care of when you're down at this level. Okay. Okay, take care of that one. And now move to the bottom area here. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here buddy will go. Night Stalkers. Yeah, you have to be careful with these guys here. And it's going to be a bit harder to deal with these guys for a certain challenge we have to do if you want to get 100% on this. 2 bombs, say those for a later date. Yes. And we got some more bombs. Someone must have wanted explosives down here. Treasure map? Well, just a regular map. And what do we got here? Channel key. Okay. So we didn't explore down that last bit. We already see. Know what's down there. Okay. Let's see what's up ahead, shall we? Ooh. Yeah, these pink guys can actually throw fireballs at you. Oh wait, I hope this doesn't affect my affects the challenge. Got a holy crystal. Got 2 more enemies in here. And golden crispy. Yeah. Also, I was planning to do like one video of this of Dark Chronicles and do another one of Rogue Galaxy on the next day, then repeat the process again. But I don't know. It just seems like a lot of work just going back and forth between different pages at once. I'm doing enough of that already.
Alright, that takes care of you guys.
Yeah. Throwing that box at the ghost ruined my chance. Boo. Oh well. Oh well. I better repair the wrench. Channel key. Please. Okay, now I need to go okay for a little bit, so be right back, guys. Hey people, I am back. Actually, that's a bit half true. You see, originally I was going to end up the video early due to a certain event popping up, but after thinking over it, I think just decided to continue on with this. since the last two floors was just a bit uneventful. So, radio. We are going to the channel pump room. This is actually where we're going to be facing the boss here. So if you come across a room that doesn't have any metal requirements, it's either going to be a boss room or a special area, which you have to do something.
What's all this? Donnie, I've come into a big chamber. There are what look like tanks everywhere.
Ah, that'll be the pump room. The pumps in there are used to draw water from the lake on the outside. You're not far from the outside now.
Gotcha. Thanks, Donnie. I gotta keep going. What the? Flotsam!
And how are we today, Max? I'm quite proud of you for coming all this way through the sewers, you know. By the way, Max, I took the liberty of doing a little research on you. For someone like you, living in a big house with no wants or needs, don't you think it would be a waste if you threw your life away fighting us? And how sad indeed would your dear sweet mother be?
What? What do you know about my mother?
What if I did know something? If you want to know more, give me that red stone. I've got plenty to tell you. Well,
No, no way. I'll find my mother myself. I don't need help from anyone like you.
Ah, you stinking brat! You'll regret this, I guarantee! Take care of them, my darling Linda.
Okay, so we got our first boss fight here. What, I would call it that, but sadly, our attacks are ineffective against Linda here. Ooh. Not a melee and not a range attack. So just take a couple swings at Linda here, but be careful not to get hit yourself like I did. After several attempts of trying to take a whack at her, a cutscene should pop up, so just keep at it. Well, just wait around a bit.
It's no good. I'll never win like this.
Now then, Max, what will it be?
Ah! Uh-oh. Huh?
What?
Max, you all right? It's me.
Cedric, you finally completed the ride pod.
Yep, I named it Steve. I'm still working out the bugs, but it's got plenty of punch. Well, did you learn your lesson or what?
That's amazing, Cedric.
My sweet Linda couldn't compete with this one.
Oh, we got an ornery son of a gun here. Come back for more, huh? Take that. Huh? What the?
Well, what's wrong?
Actually, I didn't finish that energy backpack yet. I don't think she can handle any more fighting for now. Hop in, Max.
Get on, but it can't move.
Don't you worry about that. There's enough juice to get us back. Come on, get in.
Running away, eh? Linda, get them!
Adios!
Oh my, they've run off! But poor sports!
Find this little kid.
Morning, Sonny. Sleep well?
Yeah. Tell me, Cedric, why do you think those circus goons are after this pendant of mine?
Who knows, kid? But if what you overheard in that room at the circus is true, then Mayor Need definitely knows something. I'll talk to Need and see if I can get anything out of him. Just don't let that pendant fall into their hands, no matter what.
I know. I won't give this up.
Alrighty then. This thing here is the problem. We gotta finish this up and take care of that pesky elephant.
All you need is an energy pack, right?
Yep.
Well, Cedric, how about letting me handle that?
You telling me that you want to make the energy pack for Steve?
Yeah, I want to give it a try.
Alrighty then. The job's yours.
All right.
You know, inventing stuff is pretty tough work. I'll show you how, Sonny, so you listen carefully.
Okay.
Inventing something involves taking several ideas and combining them together to create something new. And ideas are, well, the building blocks for inventions. By combining the ideas inside your head, you can invent brand new stuff. Now here's some hints on making an energy pack for Steve. A milk can, pipes, and a belt. Now this is where things get tricky, see? Next, you gotta do some collecting. Here, use this camera. You can use it to capture stuff. First, press the square button to ready the camera. Then you can capture whatever you see in the viewfinder. Use the left analog stick to control the direction. And to take a picture, just press the square button again. Pretty simple, huh?
Sorry. You got the camera. Equip it from the item menu. Use it with the square button. Okay. When in dungeons, you can only use the camera when it is equipped as an active item. Attain inside.
Now you better go take some pictures. You need to look for a milk can, pipes, and a belt. You should be able to find them all within a couple 100 feet of here. You ready, Max? You're on your own now. Go get them.
Okay, so this is a new feature they added to Dark Chronicles here. Taking pictures of certain things in order to invent new stuff. Now, however, I'm going to be covering where to find all of the items you can capture, all the ideas you can take pictures of, all the stuff you can invent. But I won't be doing that in the first. Ideas which you can take a picture of on the other side of town, but sadly the bridge is still up, so you can't get access to that side of town until chapter 2. Bit stupid, but well, what can you do? I mean, I'm probably sure of this, but no such luck. And on a second note of that, some of the ideas are actually missable, so you might want to try and get them as soon as the opportunity pops up. Also, the second thing that we got a hold of, scoop memos here we are. Paper with inside scoops written on it. Now, what inside scoops are basically little challenges of certain things, like, for example, it will ask you to take a picture of a certain object or an enemy doing a certain action. Again, some of this stuff is missable because it will be only on bosses here. I'll go into a bit more detail about that shortly. But for now, let's go and find those 3 items first. A milk can, pipes, and a belt. Now, here we have the milk can here. So once again, equip it to the action bar here. Active icon, sorry. Active item, sorry. Okay, now press square. As Dee said, left stick to move the camera about. Use the right stick to zoom in and out. Press square to take a picture. And as you see there, the name of the item has a light bulb next to it. That means there's a new idea you're taking a picture of. Now, this is the important part. This is your photo album. You can take up to 30 pictures at a time, and any ideas that you've gotten can be moved directly to the idea book here. Now, this side here will show you the your photo level. I'll go into more details about that for now, since I don't have that much time. Anyway, next we want to take a picture of a pipe. That's a post. I want to do that. Like I said, I want to try and get the other stuff at a later day, so that I can actually go through the whole list and show it off to you guys. Okay. Let's try this again, shall we? This is going to take a bit, guys, so I'll be back shortly. Okay, didn't take as long as I thought. Okay, get out of that. So, up here, we've got some pipes. Now, as for the belt, where else would you find a belt? On someone's pants. So you want to go over here to the sheriff over here, and, anything a bit rude here, but... yeah, if you take a picture of a character, they will try and pose for you. Yeah, okay. Now that that's taken care of, go to the confirm pictures on here, and okay, save photo in idea book for use as an invention idea. Yep. So we got 4 of those, and put them in there. And delete all newly saved photos from the idea board. Yeah. And delete all users' photos, because again, you can only save 30 photos on that board, so be sure to check back with it regularly. Now that that's done, let's go talk to Cedric again. Yeah, another thing, now that we are above ground again, we can't talk to Donnie to buy any items off of him. To do that, we're going to have to go to the regular shop, like the one across the street from Cedric here. There you can get some bread from the bakery. I'll show the other shops later on. Okay, talk to Cedric again.
Looks like you got all the stuff together there, Sonny. So now, go to the main menu and choose Make. From there, go to Invention mode and choose New Invention. Then, just choose the pictures of the milk can, the pipes, and the belt, and you're on your way to inventing the energy pack.
Okay, so following his advice, menu, make, and select new invention. Now go to here and select these 3 here. Once you do that, press the square button and you'll come up with a new idea. If you think of invention based on the selected ideas, yes.
Say cheese!
Okay, so we've got the energy pack. Now, the ride pod Steve is a bit of a customizable character for us. I'll get into a bit more detail about that. But anyway, once we've done that, talk to Cedric again.
Well, hot diggity. I do believe you did it, Max. That's my boy. Next, I'll tell you how to take the finished invention card and make the real thing. In order to make it, you're gonna need some materials. The materials you'll need to make the energy pack are 20 scraps of metal, 1 thick hide, and 2 hunks of copper. Now off with you. You can get all the materials you need at the item shop across the street there. Hurry now. Here, take this. It should be enough.
Okay, now this is one of the bits that makes the game real grindy. Unlike the first one. Well, they're the same as the first one. But anyway, when you come up with new ideas for an invention, you have to have the required materials in order to make it. So again, we need 20 bits of scrap metal, 1 beast hide, and 2 hunks of copper. Yeah, not here. So, we already have some of that material like we saw before, but to get the rest, we're going to have to go to the item shop here. Okay, talk to this fella here. Welcome. Whenever the people do something like that thing with their hands there, it makes them look shifty, you know? Okay, so we've got some scrap metal here. I'm not even going to get that missing amount. 11, 12. Okay, yep. 1 more copper. And finally 1 thick hide. Not beast hide, sorry. Okay, that should be everything. Monster note. Ooh, we definitely need to save up there. Okay, monster notes, we can get that for 1,000 guilder. This will actually give us some detailed information about monsters here. I think you have to take pictures of them in order to post them into the book. I'm not 100% sure, guys. I never really got that far. Okay, now that we got everything, go to the make menu and select the energy pack here. Now that we have all the required items. Oh yeah, on a side note, some adventures may require 4 items instead of 3 ideas instead of 4. No, wait, no, sorry, my mistake. Just ignore that. I'm just... energy pack. Max Earth adventure now. The ride pod is all set. We made 1 energy pack.
I've done it, Cedric.
Oh boy, I knew you had it in you. So, you think you understand the invention process now?
Yes.
From now on, you gotta use your own noggin, find your own building blocks, and make your own new stuff. Got it? There's still lots of building blocks hidden in this town, and I'm sure you'll find lots of new stuff wherever your travels take you. Keep your eyes open, you hear?
I will. I'm really gonna pull out all the stops next time.
That's the spirit, Sonny. Now then, why don't we finish up with Steve? Okay, now Steve can handle longer battles. It's time to go get him, son.
You can use the ride pod by choosing it from the from choosing it from character on the main menu, or to save time, just press the R3 button.
Max, when you think you're ready, just give me a holler.
Okay, so now we have access to Steve here. Well, not yet. So again, much like the first game, you can select a new character from the main menu or by pressing R3.
You all set?
Okay, let's go!
All right. Time to saddle up and head out. This door leads to the underground waterway. You'll be heading out on your own, son. I'm gonna see if I can't get something out of Need.
Loud and clear.
Keep your guard up.
Leave it to me. Now where? Huh? Right there!
I bet you were thrilled when you thought you were alone here. Too bad. So sad. Tear them to pieces, my little Linda.
We'll see about that. Okay, now we can take on Linda. Now, before I get on about doing that, let's just switch back to Max real sec, because, now, now to tell you more about scoops, basically, sometimes taking pictures of certain enemies. Okay, so, actually, what I'm trying to do here is to take a picture of Linda when she, does that stomp attack of hers. Come on. No, don't swing at me. Oh, for goodness sakes. Take it to stomp at me, come on. You were stomping all over the place before, but now, come on. Yeah, you see, those are just me. Come on. Come on. Okay, this is getting stupid. There we go, there we go. Okay, if you saw before I got knocked down, yeah, when I took a picture there, it said, Brave Little Linda, that's right. And next to it had a light bulb with a star. That's a scoop. Now, scoops are actually unlock some special rewards when you trade them into dining here. Now, a bit more into the rhyme part here. Unlike regular characters, Steve here actually runs on limited energy, as you see here on the top left. And once that bar hits 0, you won't be able to use Steve until you refill it with some fuel. You can find fuel by either buying it or in the dungeon. Also, another feature in Dark Chronicle, you see on the bottom left corner of the screen, that's a boss's health bar. Start up like that, popping. And once again, we got the WHP for the weapons on the top right-hand corner. That's Steve's arm there. There are different weapons and customizable features for Steve here, but I'll get into a bit more detail about that in the later date. For now, onward. Hello?
Take that! Ow! Oh, you little brat! I won't forget this!
The outside world. Right then, my heart was filled with expectation, wondering what kind of places I would find. I had no idea that the incredible adventure I was about to begin was beyond anything that I could have imagined.
You can use the ride pod with the ride pod command under the character on the main menu. When you want to get off, choose Max under character. You can get Cedric to refuel the ride pod for you. And as the ride pod builds up EXP, you can get Cedric to upgrade the ride pod's core. The core's capability for equipping more parts will then increase. Raise the core's capability and try installing various parts to make your own unique ride pod. Like I said, customizable. Okay, now I'm just gonna get off real quick to avoid using up any more fuel. Okay, so we need to make our way over this way and to get out of here. Actually, glad I decided to come back to finish the video off with this part here, because otherwise I just would have been dull. And load.
Cedric!
All right, Meade. What exactly are you hiding from me? Tell me everything you know.
I see. So you realize too, have you? Damn. But sometimes it's better not to know.
Why are you hiding things from me? I thought we were friends, Need. What's going on? Spit it out, will you?
Okay. I can't go on hiding it anymore. I'll tell you everything. I'll tell you what's going on here in this town, in this world.
So we got quite a bit of a secret here. Anyway, I'm gonna have to call it here, people. I'm running low on time, so I may not be able to record anymore. But I'm glad I actually did this one. Better screenshot for a thumbnail. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, please remember to hit that like button. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and show your support for the channel. Really will help out. Anyway, enough of my rambling. Thank you all once again. I hope you all have a good day. Take care of yourselves and drive safely, people. Bye-bye. And bye.